I joined PEPS because in my economic courses we were not discussing the hypotheses of the models and the limits of these models, and I thought it was not satisfying.
When I arrived in higher education, I realized it wasn't a place to discuss a lot of issues I was interested in, as inequalities or environmental issues.
I was lucky to begin my studies in a multidisciplinary curriculum, and then I went to a pure economics curriculum, and it was really focused on microeconomics, and I found it was really not enough to understand economic complexity.
Pluralism, theorized by PEPS-économie, that means for a pluralist teaching in economics, is an answer to those observations. In fact, there are three pluralism. The first one, the theoretical pluralism, consists in presenting various themes of thought that exist in the economic literature.
The second one, reflexive pluralism, it's teaching disciplines that allow to put the economic knowledge into perspective. So these are, for instance, the theory of knowledge, history of economic thought, and history of economic facts.
To understand economic facts, we need to learn economics, but also other disciplines such as sociology, geography, history, or psychology. We need to use knowledge and methods from these disciplines. It's what we called disciplinary pluralism. These three types of pluralism led us to consider that the best way to teach is the object-oriented approach. For instance, to have a course about inequality or unemployment.
PEPS was created originally in 2010. 10 years before, there was a post-autistic movement in economics, but in 2010 there was the precedent of the economic crisis, which kind of shook the students, and it made more obvious that the teaching was not related to what was happening actually in the economy. So it's the 5th year of existence of PEPS, and during that time we conducted a study about the teaching, the actual curricula, the bachelor curricula in all the universities in France, and to objectify our feelings, and it showed that the bachelor economics was dominated by microeconomics, macroeconomics, and the most taught subject was mathematics, which showed the lack of pluralism that we were feeling. And we also constructed our ideal curriculum with the object-based approach and a lot of history of economic thoughts and facts, and other courses. And we published these in an article, first in French, and then recently, now in 2015, in the Journal of Economics Education. We also conduct a dialogue with associations that represent the professors and the students in economics, and we were received at the French Ministry of Higher Education and Research when they were conducting a study about the teaching of economics. And we also took part in the foundation of the International Student Initiative for Pluralism in Economics, and we have been part of it since its creation.